Well, good morning to everybody. We're here today, not at the library, but we're in my home. We're going to do the story hour from home today. And before I get started, I'd like to say something special about who is filming this story hour. I can't do this by myself, but we have Carol Shed, our reference librarian, Miss Carol, and she's doing the filming and she's been helping me all along. So thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Peggy.
Okay. Now, today we're going to read some stories. A story about Gerald the giraffe. Giraffes can't dance. And we're going to make some funny crafts that you can do at home. We'll get started with our song, though. Remember, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Let's get those hands ready to go. All right. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. My dog is trying to get in on the action. Sit down, Jax. Jackson, go on. Sit down. Sit. Okay. Oh my God. All right. We've got this book. It's called Giraffes Can't Dance. And here's Gerald the giraffe on the front. And we will get started. Giraffes Can't Dance. It's got some good pictures in it, this book. And here we are. Here's Gerald. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and thin, and his knees were awfully bandy, and his legs were very thin. There he is. Giraffes are kind of funny looking, aren't they? But they're so beautiful in their own way. Well, Gerald was very good at standing still and munching shoots of trees. But when he tried to run around, he'd buckle at the knees. Oh no, look at, he fell right down. Poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. Look at, we've got zebras and elephants. All the animals for the jungle dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald, he felt so sad. Because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. He was not a good dancer, that's what he thought. Let's see what happens. The warthogs started waltzing. Oh, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. Ooh, look at them twirling and tipping and dipping. And the chimps all did a cha-cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons, they teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Boy, they're really dancing, huh? Gerald swallowed bravely, there he is. And he walked out towards the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they started to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. The animals all laughed. Oh, giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, don't be daft. Well, that was not very nice, right? Poor Gerald. He simply froze up. Look at him. It looks pretty sad. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. I feel like such a clod. He crept off from the dance floor, there he goes, and started walking home. He had never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up to the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Look at that moon. Excuse me, said a little cricket, who had seen Gerald earlier on. Look at that little cricket. He's going to be his friend. He had seen Gerald earlier on trying to dance. Sometimes, you know, when you're different, you just need a different song. Why don't you listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that lovely moon is playing music just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. And with that, the cricket smiled and he picked up his tiny violin. Look at that, he's got a little violin to play some music for Gerald. And he started in. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoofs started shuffling round and round, making circles on the ground, and his neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. Ooh, I think he's getting ready to dance. He threw his arms out sideways, and he swung them everywhere, and he did a backward somersault and leaped up into the air. Look at him go. Boy, look at that. That's quite a lot of dancing, huh? Gerald felt so wonderful. Look at his happy face. Ah, his mouth was open wide. I am dancing. Oh, yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald is the very best dancer that we have ever seen." "How is it that you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. There he is, bowing. And he raised his head and looked up to the moon and the stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." And there they are, all looking up at the moon and thinking about what Gerald said. We all can dance, right? Okay, that's the story of Gerald and Giraffes Can't Dance. Now, I'm going to make a little craft that you can make at home. I hope the things that you have. We're going to make little funny pop-up puppets. Now, this is one way you can do it. You can say, peek-a-boo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Or you can let them sit on your table like this. We can make anything that you want there. I made one of this little boy. And I even managed to make one that looks kind of like Gerald. But they don't have to look like anything special. But there's a little Gerald with his smile when he could dance. You can have a dance party with your puppets. And here's a wild little guy saying, "Boogie on down." So anyway, your puppets can look any way that you want. Let me show you how to do it. We have a cup. If you don't have a cup, you can use something that you have in your house. And you don't even need a cup. You can have the puppets just be like this, too. So but here I've got a cup. And with the scissors, you might need your mom to help you. You can make a little hole in the top or the bottom. And that's going to be for your puppet to slide in. Now, if you got a spoon, I didn't have any popsicle sticks, so I used a spoon and a piece of paper. I'm going to cut a circle, or you can cut a funny animal face too, you know, anything that you want. And then you can decorate it a little bit. I'm going to give it a smile for this guy and some eyes. I'll show you in a minute. And a nose, here we go. And then you tape it to the spoon. Whoop. With some tape. There we go. And then you can pop it right on in. You can make a whole bunch of them if you'd like. And like I said, you don't have to have a cup, but it's kind of fun to have a pop-up cup if you'd like. All right, well, that's our craft for today. And I hope you can find some fun things to do. And you know another thing that would be fun when we think about Gerald and his dancing? How about put some music on and everybody have a boogie dance in your house? That can be fun. That always makes people laugh. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you those stories and something fun to do. And remember to do something kind for someone today, because that'll make you feel happy too. All right, I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.